Hello, good afternoon, good evening. Um, Thanks for joining. I'm Gloria. This is Yoga with Gloria, and welcome to another full body class with me. And those of you who's joined me before, thanks for coming back. Always glad to see you guys again. And if you're new here, thanks for checking out my class. I've been live streaming 3 times a week since COVID started. So Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays at 5:30 Pacific. So please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel to get notifications of all my future classes. All right, please say hello in the comments so I know who's joining me today in our virtual yoga world here. And we have Abigail live. Hello, Abigail. And John Scarborough. Hello. And Suresh. Always good to see you. Let's go ahead and take our arms open and just give ourselves a big hug. Welcome back, Alice. And welcome back, John Wadsworth and Roseanne and Fernanda. Okay, just give yourself a big hug just for making time for yoga today. See if you can walk your fingers back to hold on to the triangular shoulder blades and just give a little shimmy hug rotation side to side. And then open. And then again, walking your hands as far back as you can, holding on to those shoulder blades. And then just give a little hug. Little pat down those nice points on the side there. It's always good to calm down. Up and down, other side. All right, let's take a side bend up and over. Up and over. If you're more flexible, your forearm can come down. Don't force it. All right, let's take a twist. In one direction and then the other direction. And come on back. And let's go ahead and just drop our ear to the shoulder on one side. And you can just slowly nod your head forward and back, forward and back. And you can walk your hand out to the side if you like. And if you like a little extra, not for everyone, you can add fingertips a little bit weight up here, or you can even take the opposite hand behind you. And breathe deep. Good. Slowly come on up. And shrug the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. One more time. Forward, up, back, and down. And just notice the difference in the both sides of your neck, and we'll do the other side. So drop your ear to the opposite shoulder. Inhaling through the nose, out the mouth. Let your head be heavy. And when you're ready, you can nod your head slowly forward and back over that shoulder. Oh, and welcome to All right, you can stay here or you can take a little extra pressure here. And you can take your hand behind you if you like. All right, come on back, lengthening up through the crown of your head. Just going to turn and look over one shoulder. And then turn and look over the other shoulder. One more time on each side. Over one shoulder. And then other side. All right, go ahead and close your eyes. Let's just tune into our bodies, into our breath before we begin. So as you inhale, feel your belly expand. Belly, ribs, and chest rising on the inhale and falling on the exhale. And then 3 deep breaths here. Inhale all the way to the collarbones. Hold your breath at top. Open your mouth and blow it out. 2 more times like that. Inhale. Hold it at top. Open your mouth, blow it out. And last time. Inhale. Hold your breath a little longer if you can. Resetting the stress levels. Lift your chest and take the sides of your neck back. Open your mouth, blow it out. Hands in front of your heart, drop your gaze, and take a moment to call up an intention for today's class. And we'll seal that in with 3 ohms, inhaling deeply. All right. Go ahead and let's get started on our backs today. So feet flat on the floor, you're just going to drop your knees from side to side, feeling into what's tight, what you notice in your body. And then pull the knees up towards your chest, arms out to the side, and then again dropping your knees to one side, back to center, and to the other side. Exhale as you twist. And then option to start kicking the top leg straight. Top leg straight. 2 more on each side. And last one on each side. All right, back to center. Let's go ahead and plant our feet in the floor and lift our hips up for bridge pose. And we're going to clasp our hands underneath. You can walk your shoulders closer together. Opening up the chest. Lifting your hips up, turning on the glutes here. If you can, you're going to heel toe your feet a little closer together and see if you can just lift your right leg straight up. 5, 4, lift your hips as high as you can. 3, 2, and 1. And then other side. Lift your leg as high as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. And let's take your right leg, interlace behind it. Tune into your hamstrings. And you can make circles with your ankles in one direction and the other. If you like, you can straighten both legs. And if you're more flexible or ready for it, you can just walk up your leg. You can also use a towel or strap here. And release. Other side, interlace behind your leg. You can straighten both legs. And just tune in and notice which side's tighter for you. The hamstrings, this leg or the other leg. You can start to walk up your leg if you're more flexible, if you want a deeper stretch. And release. All right, let's go ahead. Point our toes, lift our head and shoulders, pull, pull, switch, little core, pull, pull, switch, pull, pull, switch. If this is too hard for you, keep your head on the floor. Do 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. And release. Go ahead and grab the bottoms of your feet. Open your knees out wide for happy baby pose. Okay. So, if you have a strap, you can wrap your ankles. If you don't have a strap, then just do it without wrapping your ankles. We're just gonna wrap your ankles for a moment. Finding a little stretch. Try to get it tight if you can. Grab it with your left hand. Swing it over. And you're just gonna curl your toes under and sit down. And it might hurt. Your toes might be screaming, but if it is, it's a good thing. This stretches the bottom of your foot, the plantar fascia, so to prevent plantar fasciitis. And if you don't feel anything and you want more, you can walk your knees a little further forward an inch or so, and then, oh, now I can feel it more in my big toe especially. And then you come forward, you point your toes so the feet are flat, and then try to sit back onto it. If it's too big a stretch, you can loosen between your feet a little with the strap. Otherwise, sit back on it and it stretches your shins. So this helps prevent shin splits if you've been out running or doing hikes or biking or walking. Just sit down deep. I feel it a lot. If you don't feel it and you want to feel more, you can always keep your foot like this, but walk your hands back and then slowly just press into your feet, your toes, and lift the front knee maybe an inch or two, alternating. And alternating. If it's too much, then don't do it. And you can just stay here any way you like. All right, let's do one more. Curling toes, screaming toes pose. And one more, flipping the toes. So the top part of your foot is flat on the floor, and you're putting all your weight right there on top of your heels. And you're breathing. And maybe you're taking your hands back if you want more. Lifting your knee up a couple inches. Okay. And you're going to go ahead and release that. Come into a forward fold. And you can bend your knees a little bit. Let's interlace your fingers. And you're just going to press with your interlaced fingers. You're So maybe you can't touch the floor, that's fine. So maybe you're just going to be here. So you just press down as far as you're able to. And then lift and lengthen. Press down as far as you're able to. Weight in your heels as you lift and lengthen. Strengthening that low back. Pressing down. Lift and lengthen. And you're going to turn over to your left side and press as far as you can. Lift and lengthen. And then press as far as you can. One more time. Lift and lengthen and press. Good. Come to center. Lift and lengthen. And turn to your right and press. Lift and lengthen and press down. And last time, lift and lengthen and press. And we'll come back to center. Bend our knees and come all the way up. Good. And then we're going to bend our knees slightly. Just unlock your knees. You're going to pull your hips back. So it's like someone grabbing your hips and pulling it back. So you can lift your toes, weight on the heels. Legs are straight, but they're not locked out, but they're straight. So weight in the heels. Nice flat back. You can take your arms behind you. Oh, welcome, Dan. So taking the arms behind you, this will help strengthen those posterior muscles, your back, your low back, hamstrings, and glutes. And this is enough for most people. If you want to do more, you can bring your arms in front of you as you press more weight into your heels and your hips go further back. So maybe your fingertips touch. Maybe you just lift it up a little bit, or maybe you lift it up a lot. 3 more breaths. 2 and 1. Good. Let's bring our hands by our side here, like little chicken wings, and we're just going to up and down, almost like tiny little deadlifts or good mornings. Not all the way standing up and not 90 degrees down. So just somewhere in between there. Every time you come up, you should feel your hamstrings and your low back really working hard. That's when you're doing it right. Strengthening the strongest muscle groups in the posterior chain of your body. Do 3 more, 2 and 1, and relax. All right, fold forward. Slight bend in the knees, grab opposite elbows, and we're just going to sway to the left and the right. All right. And then come on up, nice flat back. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Let's go ahead and come up to the top of the mat. We're going to inhale, arms up, looking up. Exhale, folding forward. Lift and lengthen, nice flat back. Exhale, fold, right leg back, left leg back. Lower to your belly, point your toes. Come up for Cobra, roll your shoulders back. And welcome Angela. And downward facing dog. Good. See how low you can bring your heels to the floor. All right, right leg lifts. Let's bring it forward between your hands. Let's lift and straighten the front leg. Lift the front toes. Pull the right hip back and lift the whole front foot, rocking onto the heel of the front toe. If you can't touch the floor, you can go up to a chair or something, but this will help you feel the whole back of that front hamstring. As you fold over that leg, and then go ahead and drop the back knee down. Keep your chest on the thigh for this one, and we're just going to bring our hips forward, lift our chest, bring our hips forward. And then come back up, straighten both legs, folding over the front leg. If you need to take a shorter stance, you can. So I like to take my hands as wide as the mat and pulse. So just kind of bow or do kind of push-ups with just moving the head towards the shin and softening into the hamstring. Do 9 more. Good. And then we're going to drop the back knee. Come on up. Interlace our fingers and just come into a deep lunge, low lunge, feeling the front of those hip flexors stretching on the left side. All right, you're going to karate chop right under your belly button, palm up. Rest your elbow on your thigh here, and you're going to do a side body bend here. And relax. So from here, you're going to wiggle your knee as far back as you can. Then you're going to shift your hips back. So you're in Ardha Hanuman. So you're on your fingertips or 2 blocks on either side. And then you're going to drag the heel back towards you as you lift and scoop your heart forward. Turning on those hamstrings. And if you're able to, you can walk your hands forward and bring your forehead on your shin. Okay, come on back. And now we're just going to tip our toes to the right as far as you can. So just, instead of the toes pointing straight up, maybe you turn it, like right now it's 12 o'clock, pointing straight up. See if you can turn it at least to 2 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock with the toes, and then isometrically dragging it back towards you. So we have more than one set of hamstrings back there. This works in other sets. There's 3 sets back there. So you can tell when you pull it back, it's a different set of muscles there. And you can fold forward if you can or like to. All right. Great. Knees together. rock it forward. Nice strong body. Cross your ankles. You can come into a full chaturanga if you like. I know most people are going to be on their knees, so let's do 3 really good ones since you're on your knees. Should be easier. 3, 2, and 1. And coming into your Cobra and downward facing dog. Again, pressing your heels down as far as you can towards the floor. Feet together, left leg lifts, 3-legged dog. And bring it forward. And then we're going to straighten the front leg. So if you need to take a shorter stance, just go ahead and bring your feet a little closer together and fold over the front leg. You can lift the front toes and even rock onto the front heel to feel those hamstrings. And fold forward over this. And then you're going to drop the back knee to the floor. Keep your chest on your thigh there and just bring your chest forward. Feeling the stretch in the front of your right hamstring. The right hip flexor, the right hip. All right, and then we're going to pop back up, straighten the front leg, take a shorter stance if you like, pulsing over as if you're going to kiss your knee and taking that left hip back, little pulses, softening in your hamstrings. And go ahead and drop the back knee and come on up for a low lunge this time. So interlace the fingers and bring your hips forward. Come on up. Left palm up, karate chop under the belly button, and lean on the top of your leg as you fold, as you side bend over, really opening up that side body, the right side body. So if you have trouble with balance, you can bring your fingertips to the floor, or you can just take a block here. Do the same thing. All right. And then from here, you're going to wiggle your right knee as far back as you can. And then you're going to shift your hips back so you're ready in Ardha Hanuman. Heel down, toes up. And then isometrically dragging the heel back towards you as you square your hips forwards and fold. Maybe you can fold over. Maybe you're holding the blocks here, one on each side. Or maybe you can just walk your hands forward and fold. All right. And now you're going to have your toes pointing up at 12 o'clock. See if you can turn and point your toes to about 10 o'clock or as far low as you can. I can only do 10. And then you're going to drag it back towards you. Feel a different set of hamstrings there, the stretch. So maybe you stay up here, or maybe you're able to come down. All right, and release. Now you're going to step it back. And we're going to come onto our forearms and clasp our hands here. We'll do some dolphin push-ups. And if it's too much for you, you'll just hold a dolphin or come back into child's pose. So pressing down, coming into dolphin, lifting your head off of the floor. If you're able to, you're going to rock it forward and back, forward and back, forward into a plank and back into a dolphin. This strengthens and stabilizes your shoulder. Let's do 2 more. 1 and last one. 2. Drop to your knees and come on forward for a cobra, or you can find a little sphinx pose here. Cobra is a little deeper back bend, so if you can do a full cobra, relax your shoulders down, and then downward facing dog. Feet together, right leg lifts. Let's bring it forward, spin the back heel down for warrior 1. One up. Left elbow over right, eagle arms, lift your elbows, hands away from the face. Maybe find an upper back bend if you can balance. And come forward. Let's see if you can keep the eagle arms and try to find warrior 3 legs, lifting up parallel-ish. Anything with the arms, actually, you can fly them out or up. 3, 2, and 1, and slowly release it down. Good. Let's have your feet, heels in, toes out. Little goddess, sinking down into your power. Super straight, lengthening up through the crown of your head. So it looks like this from the top, from the side. And then lift up and sink down. Lift up, sink down. Up, sink down. Up, sink down. Up and down. Let's do 3 more like that. 3, 2, and 1. And now let's do some coordination. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. 3 more. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, down. Last one. Up, up, down, down. Straighten the arms, straighten the legs. You can do just like this. Let's just pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go ahead and quarter turn to the left. Set up for warrior 1, facing the back of your mat. And then we'll take your right elbow over the left elbow for eagle arms. Right elbow over left, eagle arms. Lift the elbows, hands away from the face. Or you can lift and look up. Keep your balance. Elbows into the sternum and lift. Warrior 3 legs, any way you like. You can be holding on to a table if you need to, or a wall, or you can float your arms out or hands alongside your ears. 3, 2, and 1. And slowly make your way back. And then here we are again. Hips back. Press the knees away from each other as you sit your pelvis down. Back is flat. And then you go ahead and drop your right shoulder forward. Drop the left shoulder forward. And then straighten and fold forward. Go ahead and walk your feet closer together. Okay, so lift and lengthen. Come on up. Okay, so the next pose might be quite challenging for you, so I'll show you a modification. I'll do the modification first, and then I'll show you the real thing. Modifiers, you'll get on your knees. You'll extend one leg out, and you will just lift up and down. So firing those outer glutes, your abductors. Okay, if you're not going to modify, weight in your heels. You can bring your hand a little to the left or even on a block. Super straight posture, lift and lengthen. And then you're just going to take your leg out parallel to the floor if you can, either holding it straight up or you can go up and down about 3 times on one side. And see how that is for you. And so it's a blind spot. I noticed a lot of people in class like, oh, it's harder than you thought. So let's switch legs. So just lifting it up straight. You don't think it would be that hard, but it's harder than it looks, right? And if you're able to do that, but also hold on to your big toe and take your hand a little to the right. Super straight posture. And take it out to the side for 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So if you were not able to do the balance challenge, I'm pretty certain that you can do the next balance challenge. Let's just do a tree pose. So again, if you're on your mat or on carpet, you're going to be more wobbly because there's more cushion in there. So if you are wobbly and you don't want to be, hardwood floor is much easier. So we can start there. Come into a tree pose. Being okay wherever you are. Just notice how the body wobbles around that ankle, trying to catch and find balance. Notice how the mind has to stay in the present moment to avoid falling over. See if you can grow your branches. Looking straight up, tailbone down. And maybe you stay here, or maybe hand on the hip, maybe you can just grab your ankle. So if you can grab your ankle, maybe you can just take it out a little. And that's your balancing tree pose. So those of you that are more flexible, you can try to grab your big toe, take it out to the side. Maybe you're going to hold a wall here in case you fall over. Put a strap around the bottom of your foot, or even grab the bottom of your heel. If you're more flexible, keep that tailbone down. Keep your chest lifted. Just notice how stable you are or unstable today. Again, every day is different. And release. Other side. Namaste your hands. Thumbs up. Maybe grabbing your ankle. Maybe grabbing your big toe or the bottom of your heel. Tailbone down, chest lifted. And release. Okay. So it's inversion time. I know we don't normally do inversions. My IT guy chooses the photo, so he's told me it was a handstand today. I don't even look at those things. So I know a lot of you do not have a handstand practice. If you do not have a handstand practice, please don't do it. You can do this instead. I'll show you easy ways and up to the harder way. You can do this. Easy inversion. You get the blood circulation flowing in the right direction. You still get the benefits of an inversion. Second way, elbows down, palms up. Shoulder stand. I know. So if you have one of those headstand things, chairs, I know Abigail has one, you can go up in that. You can do a headstand. If you want to practice your handstands, if you already have a practice, you can do downward dog against the wall. I don't have much of a wall here. Like this. You can put one foot about hip level, and then you can do like a right angle, and then just do half handstand. So this is how you practice your handstands. Practice putting all that weight on your shoulders. And if it feels okay for you, you can flip around and do a handstand if you want. Okay? I think I'll just, all right. And you can also do it on a couch. You have a couch, do it like this, half handstand. So we're just going to do another minute. If you're in shoulder stand, you can take your feet over your head for halasana to stretch your back. So like this, for most of you will be like this. You can bring a block if you can't reach the floor and you want to. Okay, and slowly release. Come on down. Okay, so then go ahead and draw the knees into your chest. We're going to take the right ankle over the left knee. Right ankle over the left knee. And we'll take the right hand between your legs for a figure 4, little piriformis, outer hip stretch. If you're more flexible, you can take interlace in front of your shin. So the closer you bring your shin to your chest, the deeper stretch it'll be. So if you can go deeper, now for everyone, you can like bicep curl your shin here, and you can straighten the bottom leg. Even lift your head and shoulders. So it's pretty much like pigeon on your back. And release. Okay, and then we're going to come back to the figure 4. You're going to drop your foot over to one side, clamp it down, extend the right arm out, and you can bring your knee away from you or towards you. And release. Let's do the other side. Left ankle over right knee with the left hand between your thighs, and then interlace behind your hamstring or in front of your shin, or going way deeper, straightening the leg, maybe lifting your head and shoulders up. So Thor says, I have no balance. That's fine. It'll all come with practice. All is coming, right? So come back to your figure 4, and then you're going to drop your foot over to the right and feel the stretch. Hi, Lucy. Welcome. I'm glad you could make it. Good. And let's come on back. So you can do cobblers here. Just have the soles of your feet together, holding on to the edges of your feet, and just pulling it in as much as you're comfortable. And then holding on to the edges of your feet, opening up into happy baby pose. If you like, you can do straight leg happy baby pose. And then one leg straight up. If you can hold the bottom of your foot, great. If not, you're interlacing behind your leg here. Or you can take a strap at the bottom of your foot. You can also lift and walk up and kiss your knee. Give it a little gratitude. Other side. So straighten the leg. Walking up. Kissing the leg. And release. You can finish with a little fish if you like, sitting on your palms or palms facing down, lifting and looking up. Or you can do bridge pose, pressing down with your feet, lifting up your hips. And release. You can stay here or you can rock on to the side and come and close out the class with me. Hands in front of our hearts. And pressing our hands into our heart center as we smile and feel blessed. And with gratitude for our practice here together, let's offer one Om to seal it in. Inhaling deeply. Thank you guys so much for joining, sending love and hope and happiness and blessings to everyone for the new year. So have a great new year, and don't forget New Year's Eve, we are not streaming, right? IT guy wants a break. So thanks again for being here. If you enjoyed it, please share the feeling with your loved ones and family and friends. And don't forget to have people subscribe, like, comment, share. Everything goes a long way to help our channel. Happy New Year, guys. Be safe. See you next time. Bye, Lana. Bye, Suresh and Alice. Oh, right. See you tomorrow for Qigong. Thank you, John. Good to see you again. Thanks, Luciola. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but good to have you there. Bye, Abigail. Monica, too. Bye. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Bye, John. John, both Johns. And Monica, glad you can chat again. Okay, bye guys. Happy New Year.